Good to be here. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman Miller. I am honored to be here. I want to thank you for your leadership on the GIVE Act. Ranking Member Mr. McKeon, I want to thank you also for your words about the faith community as well as our people who are in the military service aspect of this conversation. I also want to honor the panel. I am proud to be an Echoing Green alum. Cheryl's done a great job of moving that whole organization forward. And I also want to say that, you're trying to be a double threat. I do have a demo tape in my bag, brother. And if you're obviously going somewhere, I'd look for the representation. How can I be down, Very impressive, Usher, and very impressive, Mr. Harris. You are an example of what we're talking about. My comments are going to be directed to the question of how can green service be a springboard to green jobs, which can help deliver on this clean energy revolution that President Obama was talking about last night. I think that's a critical opportunity that we have. One of the things I think is important for us to recognize is that we have everything we need in this country right now. We have genius in this country. We have programs that are working in this country. And we have a tremendous opportunity to put people to work in this country, doing the work that most needs to be done. The question is, as we go about retrofitting this country, as we go about weatherizing this country, we go about repowering America, how do all Americans get a chance to participate? We want this green wave to lift all boats. And as it stands right now, it's not clear how a young man like a Mr. Harris would be able to become an entrepreneur in the clean energy sector. He can be an entrepreneur thanks to his existing experience in the music industry, but I don't think he should stop there. He could be a mogul in any number of industries, including wind, including solar, including biofuels, including geothermal, the whole thing. And this country will be better off when there's a clear pathway for people like him to help us solve the biggest problem we've ever faced. How can that happen? There's a three-step process available to us right now. We already have, number one, existing service organizations that are reaching out to disadvantaged and disconnected young people and getting them plugged in to green opportunities. We have youth bills. We have youth corps. We have our conservation corps. They're teaching young people, giving them the tools and the training and the technology that they need to build greenhouses, to work on watersheds, to retrofit buildings right now. But they are not funded at the appropriate level. I think we have an opportunity as we move the GIVE Act forward to look at every one of these programs and have a theory that says we're going to grab it, we're going to grow it, and we're going to green it to make sure that every one of these programs has the size and the orientation toward the green economy necessary to make it work. Grab it, grow it, and green it. We have numerous programs ready to go. But let's not stop there. One of the worst things that happens to our young people is they do have a good opportunity, they do have a good experience for a summer or for a year, and then that experience comes to an end, and then they are faced with those same streets or those same failing rural communities and no opportunities. So we need to have a second step that directly connects our green service to job training. Just as this young man went directly from this program to community college, that can be done too in the green sector. Let's make sure that the graduates of these green service programs, the green corps and other things that are being proposed, can go directly to community colleges, to vocational colleges, to apprenticeship programs, so they can become the green collar workers, putting up those solar panels, weatherizing those buildings, being a part of this green revolution that's coming. But the other thing we do to young people, which is also wrong, is that the minute they finish their training program, we give them a certificate and no job. We have had job training programs for years in this country, and we measure who gets out, but not who gets into the workforce. And the third step has to be making sure that there is a green pathway out of poverty to prosperity. Green service, going to green job training, going into green jobs. And with the billions of dollars that are now coming down the pipe to retrofit and repower America, we need to make sure that there are concrete opportunities for people to get into the workforce through these new dollars. We need to make sure, again, this green wave lifts all boats. One of the most important things that I can say is if we're going to have a green economy in this country, and we have to, our scientists tell us that it's imperative, we need to have a green economy that has no throwaway species, no throwaway resources, but also no throwaway young people, no throwaway neighborhoods. We need to make sure those communities that were left out of the last century's pollution-based economy are locked in to the new clean and green economy. We need to make sure that the people who most need new work, new wealth, new health opportunities get that. And the best way to do that is to connect green service to green job training to green jobs. In conclusion, I want to say this is the most fiscally conservative, fiscally responsible thing that you can do with the public dollars. Those green dollars are the most fiscally responsible and conservative dollars that you can possibly imagine, because green dollars work overtime. They work double time. They work triple time. That same dollar that's being used to cut greenhouse gas emissions can be used to cut unemployment, cut poverty. If you're retrofitting buildings, cutting energy bills, improving the value of homes, cutting air pollution. Those green dollars work overtime, double time, triple time. Let's put those green dollars to work helping young men like Mr. Harris become not just the media moguls, but the clean energy moguls and leaders of the new century. Thank you.